Hello everyone, Mike the MC, bringing another self-care video. Look at what your enemies leave behind. Now, this can mean many different things, but the metaphors I'm looking for with this video that I'm trying to share with you are, when they are moving forward in their lives, look at the path that they've left behind. Is it rocky? Is it straight? Is it crooked? How is it in water, right? If you're going to want to use a river metaphor, right? Does their boat, so to speak, leave the water, the streamline all like just not even, right? Are they moving too fast? Are they moving in an odd direction? Okay. How are they moving forward as a team, as the good people or bad people in a corporation, right? You look at the team, right? How are the leaders? Are they guiding you forward? Are you feeling like they're going, all of you going in a direction that's not productive, right? So you got to look at the direction that the leaders are moving yourself forward, but also the negative people in your life, right? So you can catch who's positive, who's negative, but also how are you moving in your own personal life, right? And so looking in the direction of your life, all right, the motivation for this video was, okay, helping another person the other day, and I didn't get a call or a text back, and I'm thinking, man, this is not so well. Okay, what is it that's driving me nuts, insane, right? Why am I a little triggered at this point? And I'm thinking, okay, there is a trigger. Okay, I do like to know where somebody is, or like, okay, I was just wanting to ask him, okay, this simple question. But then I think, wait a minute. If I'm looking at my pathway, looking at what's behind me that I've left behind for somebody to follow through, okay, at least I know the people who follow my path are safe. I can guide people forward because I have cleared the way. I have cleared the jungle. I have cleared the path for the other people to follow me, to be safe, to make it to the finish line, so to speak. And then when I look at others who are trying to maybe take away some of the credit that I've worked on, or maybe they don't acknowledge me, or maybe they even will say things that are like not true, and I'm thinking, okay, wait a minute, that doesn't sound right. But yet when I look at their pathway, if you were to follow them, right, you would follow that other person's manipulative tactics. You would recognize they would not come through because they fall into the wall, right? They come to a dead end. They're not clever thinkers. They're always having to rely on others who have cleared the pathway for them in order to make it through. So that should be motivation for you. Recognize that when narcissists, evil people, want to take advantage of you, recognize that you're the one that's cleared the path, and they're relying on you to be so gullible, to be so naive, that you give them the password, the key code, right, in order for them to pass through. So for you to take your power back, for you to not give them the keyword, passcode, etc. to succeed, when you recognize that you have power within your own ability, within your own self, right, that's how you can save yourself a lot of headache and really protect your business, protect your ideas, protect what it is that you want to value. You want to generate some wealth, okay, fine. You want to raise a family? Cool. Okay, you want to leave a legacy? Okay, whatever. So, what does it mean? It means that you are now ready to protect what is yours and to make sure that the pathway is safe for other people to follow you, even across, even if they want to go and venture off into different areas of life. That is a beautiful thing to look at. It's a beautiful thing to consider, okay, if someone were to follow my path, they found my channel, they found all these videos out there that they're watching all of a sudden, even my shorts, they recognize, okay, this guy, this general idea person who's just making random videos about counseling and life, okay, even on faith and other topics. It's interesting to see that this channel is covering different things, but at the same time, if I follow this content creator, where will he take me? Where is Mike the MC going to take me to if I follow his content moving forward? And so my hope for you is that you just use the content to grow, to become your own personal generator, motivator, your own leader, your own self-fulfilled person who is saying that, hey, maybe you've been broken down, people are trying to take your credit, they're trying to follow behind you on your pathway because you recognize that you have something great going for you. But from what I've seen from the past is that when people are taken advantage of, there is so much lost potential because the people behind you are just taking so much that you cannot carry yourself forward, right? You carry too much in your train, your wagon load, whatever metaphor, in the boat, even, right? In the cargo, you carry too much weight behind you. All of a sudden now, You cannot continue on your path, and now the bad people have to find somebody else to piggyback on, be a bandwagon, right? And now you're no longer growing forward, right? And now that's where the criticisms and all the negativity really will put you down to where you doubt yourself and your abilities. And so you have to recognize, okay, do you need that constant supervision to keep yourself moving forward? But then think about it. Why do you need the supervision? Were other people drawing your energy, your positive creativity away from you, from your other projects that you were trying to work on? All of a sudden someone was lazy, wanting to take your time away from you, from the desk, from the other phone call, from the client you were working on, prospective clients, who knows, the situation, the metaphor, and all of a sudden now you're left with nothing, no little time left to work on your projects. Okay, you lost 5 hours that could have been used for yourself, for your own personal growth. How many of us are so gullible, so nice to give up all that time? And I admit I've been in that situation, and it's like, dang it, if I had only put up a wall, if I had found a way to help that person without me giving up so much of my time and my resources, I could have been moving forward on my path to generate more services for more people along the way. And so that is what I'm trying to tell you. If you are moving forward in your path and you can now leave behind certain resources, even giving referrals to other people to help others along the path that you are guiding, creating for yourself, for your company, for your town and community, etc., you can now help other people by giving a call saying, hey, can you pick up this other person at so-and-so at this time? Can you help them because they need a hand? And I got to work on this other thing. But I know that you, knowing you are reliable, can take this client to this other destination. Can you do that for me? And you see, now you're becoming a manager. You're starting to see how to connect the dots. You're learning how to take care of people, even payments. You're seeing how what has to be fairly paid has to be done so in a way where people are not feeling left out. And so when you take responsibility and you're able to hire people out and pay them well, showing a reflection of who you are, of a person to know, hey, you're doing work for me, so I'm going to pay you well. There's a deal, I'm going to value that deal because I'm an honest man, and on my pathway, since I'm recommending you as a service in my pathway, other people are going to want to now work with you because I have cleared the way for you to become a champion. To become a champion if you follow me. And so that's the thing. How many of us want to create champions by clearing the pathway for them? To create the formulas, the practices, even the areas of where we're going to generate our wealth, right, for the business, right? You're finding prospective clients, you're finding leads, you're finding ways to really generate your ideas for others to really find yourself in different media, different ways. And so when you come to this channel and you say, oh, where's Mike the MC going to take me? I'm going to take you on a journey to where you want to grow and self-actualize. You want to really generate yourself in such a way that you really consider yourself as someone who's special, thinking outside the box, someone who really wants to not be condensed, blocked, really hindered by other people and their ideas. Because I want you to think outside the box. I want you to be creative. I want you to think and consider, okay, beyond counseling topics, religious topics, what is it that makes me, you, the person, authentic, powerful, so beautiful and unique that people are afraid of us from growing, right? Because we want to not push the boat across the path, so to speak, so far ahead or to the side to where we endanger or scare people, right? We want to be gentle and work with other people, but when we're working within the confines of society, right? How many of us want to stay within the confines but we're risking sabotaging our own future success at the sake of making people safe, have that responsible attitude that, hey, I can rely on Mike the MC, right? And so that's a double-edged sword. We want to be trustworthy, but at what cost will that trustworthiness take away our ability to grow? And so think about this. Let me bring this into context. So even Jesus, looking at Jesus, as far as me bringing up Jesus into this video, right? I think I go into this detail, but God leaving him the abilities, even on earth, right? He still gave Jesus abilities because he recognizes, hey, there is a mission that has to be fulfilled. There is a mission that has to be completed. So if he was totally without those abilities, okay, how is he going to accomplish everything that he has to endure to go through, the miracles, etc., etc.? Right. So from a religious perspective, we call that grace. But from a non-religious perspective, okay, skills and abilities. Without those skills and abilities, okay, it's going to be hard to push forward on your path to accomplish the mission that is set ahead of you, to accomplish the mission that you know that you have to fulfill. And so when you look at your enemies' boats, cars, directions, right, whatever their pathway is that they're taking and they're not able to complete their mission, you look at their pathway coming to a dead end, right, they're going to start to bandwagon and find people who are wanting to succeed already on their pathways, so that way when they bandwagon off of you and take credit, put you down in the gutter to say, hey, I'm the one who figured out the pathway from A to B, not this other loser, not this other girl guy that was saying that they had an idea, because they're just too gentle, they're too naive, right? I'm the go-getter, I am the boss, I slay the dragon, I'm the one who gets things done. See, look at me. But the thing is, when people are trying to take credit from you, away from you, to where you feel like, man, why was I so nice, so gentle? Recognize, you could get on your feet again, you could get on your boat, you could get on your car, motorcycle, etc., and drive forward. Find a way to sustain yourself. Make sure your foundation is set to where you can grow again, develop your skills, and allow those skills to help you push forward on your path. And when you share those resources with other people that make you very trustworthy, and you have all these referrals, all of a sudden now the word is spreading that you are becoming reliable. And now start to filter out the good people from the bad, and that may be another video for another time. But recognize, in this video, look at the pathway that you have created, and look at your opponents, look at their pathways, and see how they left others unfulfilled, how they have left others in the dark, how they never came through to help other clients. And that should tell you as clues who is trustworthy or who is not, even for this video. And that'll help you gauge who you want to do business with and who you want to stay away from. Just things to consider. Alright everyone, I hope this video finds you well. From Mike the MC, I hope this video is inspirational. You get to see that, hey, look at the pathways that have been generated from yourself, from your opponents. See how people were left in the dark from your opponents, maybe even how you did not come through, and how you can improve to where you don't leave people in the dark. But look at the clients in the pathway of your opponents, see how they were either helped or not helped, and that will give you a clue as to whether you want to do business with these people or not, and filter them away from your business, so that way you stay productive and accomplish the mission on your pathway, so that way you're moving forward and not being stuck. You're not stagnant. So keep that in mind. Alright everyone, hope this video finds you well today. Take care, have a good one.